Okay, ladies and gentlemen, our next guest is Jesus.
Mm-hmm.
He is a Peruvian shaman. He
Mm-hmm.
was kind enough to have me here just to talk to me, teach me more about shaman work because I am heading to Peru in August.
Nice.
Yeah, I'm going to Guatemala and then Peru.
Nice. What part of Peru?
I don't know yet. I just have a one-way ticket. I'm
Oh,
not gonna
really?
plan it.
Nice.
Maybe I could
I
get your opinion.
I recommend you to explore the whole country because, like, one thing that now I've been living here for over 30 years, and I practice Inca shamanism, cross-culture Inca shamanism, and a lot of people have misunderstanding about the Inca shamanism. They believe the Inca shamanism everything is in the Andes, which that is not true because the whole South America pretty much was the Inca Empire. So it's not just in the Andes, it's everywhere in South America, except, you know what I mean? You go from Ecuador, Colombia, Peru, Chile, Argentina, Bolivia, parts of Paraguay, a little bit of Brazil, but all of that was the Inca Empire. So a lot of people just focus in the Andes, the Inca shamans, the Andes. No, that is, I call it BS because it's everywhere. There's amazing shamans in Ecuador. There's amazing shamans in Lima. There's amazing shamans in north of Peru, south of Peru. You know what I mean? In the jungle of Peru, and some of them call themselves shamans. Some of them call them their maestros. Some of them call them curanderos.
Maestro, like musician?
Maestro is like master.
Okay,
You know what
master.
I mean?
Okay, 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 okay.
Maestro, someone's, you know what I mean? It's at the end of the day, they're all practice some part of the Inca shamanism, but um, some ones are mixed with Santeria, some ones are mixed with like using religion and using different things. But at the end of the day, you know what I mean? The whole country is gifted with a lot of amazing people. They can do magic, they can help others. You know what I mean? Magic has a lot of people look at magic like bad. Like when you talk about to somebody who follow religion, you say, "Hey, I know the shaman." Right away, they think we're like demonic. You know what I mean?
No.
And
This
but
place
it's
seems very welcoming. And you seem really nice when I talked to you, like, hey, you want to come tomorrow? I was like, yeah, I'll come, no problem.
I appreciate you. I
Yeah,
appreciate your time. Thank
you
you.
you seem
Thank
more
you.
like a healer.
Yeah, I am. I
Yeah,
am. Yeah,
yeah, I could tell.
I like, you know what I mean? I call myself a shaman and honor to my ancestors, but like I said before, I practice Inca shamanism cross culture, like from the north of Peru, the south of Peru, the east of Peru, the jungle of Peru, different knowledge. I speak a little bit of Quechua, which is the Incas language, and like I do my healings through all of that. You know what I mean? I'm like very connected with my guides and very connected with Pachamama. We call it Mother Earth. You know what I mean? Because the ancient ways, you know, in Inca shamanism and the Mayans, the the Aztecs, here the Native Americans, all of them, we learn to walk with the earth. We walk the earth. Now we're walking all over the earth. We're destroying the earth, and that's one thing that the ancient cultures have in common. We honor Pachamama. We honor Mother Earth because after all, Mother Earth doesn't need us. We need Mother Earth.
That's true.
And you know what I mean. In new eras, you know what I mean. Even those people they go to church on Sunday and not to the respect religion or anything, they're the ones destroying the earth. You know what I mean.
We're
I
all in
don't.
this together, so we should be
Yeah.
working together,
hmm
working
Yeah.
together, and just making a better Earth out of
Yeah, and you know what I mean, because after all, you know what I mean, walking with the earth is beautiful, you know what I mean, and in Inca shamanism we had this word that's called Jankai.
Jankai.
Yeah, Kai means the world we live in it. You know what I mean? Everything that you see, the mountains, the earth, the oceans, everything you see is Kai. Jan means you and the earth are one. You know, work with the earth, walk the earth, work the earth, and like so honor the earth because as humans, everything we need is down here.
True.
Everything we need is down here. The light that comes from above, from the sun, from the creator, from the Ija Tixi that we call it. Ija means light and power, Tixi the creator, light and power the creator. And we have that within us, which is, you know what I mean? In New Era, we call it the soul, but we call it the Ija, the light within us. We are our own creators. So my job as a shaman is to connect with people and to allow people to connect with their own light because after all we have all the programs and all the resources are inside us. If we live inside out, we can create and we can heal anything.
I believe that. I've seen that with my own eyes. People heal themselves through
hmm
meditation, different ways. When
Yeah.
you mean the light, are you referring to like the white light?
The white light, you can call it the white light, you can call it the yellow light. At the end of the day, it's just a light.
The light that comes and hits you. Because I've been
Mhm.
taking breath classes and
Mhm.
different classes, just how to concentrate your chi or your energy.
Mhm.
They're like, picture the light coming down on you.
Mhm.
And you don't get cold.
No, you don't.
And you're like in the zone.
Mhm.
That's
Mhm.
crazy.
Yep.
Y-
And that's that, you know what I mean? And you just honor. You need to understand that you know we are the four elements. You know what I mean? Our body is made of 70% water, 30% earth. You know, our higher self that we call it is made of 70% fire, 30% air, and that's how we become us. So when we connect to our higher self, or we connect to the Creator, or you know what I mean, religion, God, you know what I mean, we become one. But we still need to remember that we're down here.
Yeah.
We're cruising here. We're like, our journey is here. We came here for a reason. We come here either to learn or finish what we don't learn in the past. You know what I mean? Our whole goal is to evolve. If you don't evolve, you come down and do it again.
Like a reincarnation again and again and
Do you
again.
believe in past lives?
You know what? If you asked me a year ago, I would say no.
Mm-hmm.
But now it's a hardcore maybe and probably a definitely. There's even science behind it.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, that people just know things without knowing.
Mm-hmm.
They couldn't possibly know. So
Yep.
the proof is either it's a retrocognition, somehow they downloaded it,
Mm-hmm.
or it's from a past life.
Yeah. Do you go to places that you feel like it's like a deja vu, that you've been there before?
100%, man. I just
Yep.
got goosebumps. Vietnam.
Mm-hmm.
I went to this random town
Mm-hmm.
that I've never been to,
Mm-hmm.
and I was like, man, I could just live here. Like, and it just was deja vu
Mm-hmm.
all over again.
Yeah, it is. It is amazing how, you know what I mean, sometimes we travel. It's like me coming from Peru, you know, at the age of 20 years old, moved to a new country, new, you know, technology, everything is different, coming from a third world country back then, and like growing up in this little community called Pachacamac in Peru, in Lima. And, you know what I mean, it was a small town, very, very small town. And now it's the biggest town in Lima, but it's just like, coming to here and seeing all the materialistic world, I had to change my way of thinking. I had to reprogram myself to become somebody here and to be able to share my gifts here. You know what I mean? It was completely different.
It was
Different
completely
world.
different. But you don't seem like you lost your gifts because, you're busy.
No,
Yeah,
no.
that's good, man. You seem very busy.
No, yeah, I'm grateful for that. You know what I mean? Things are very good for me. I am grateful that I'm walking my path and I'm helping others. You know what I mean, and sharing my gifts with other ones. It's just like, thanks to my ancestors, thanks to my guys, and allow me to help people when they reach out. You know what I mean, and like try to do my gift, try to do my
Awesome.
thing. You know.
You were telling me earlier that there's 3 different types of shamans. Can you explain that a little more to us?
It's not that there is 3 different type of shamans. It's just like, so when let's just speak about a little bit about my culture. You know what I mean? I'm born and raised in Peru. I moved here when I was 20 years old. Learned in Peru a lot about curanderismo, you know, healers, maestros, and you know what I mean. In Peru, you can go there and like you can hear about people doing the San Pedro. You know, when you have the opportunity to go to Peru, they do San Pedro and the
What's San
Andes.
Pedro?
San Pedro is a cactus juice.
It's not like ayahuasca. It's different.
No. Ayahuasca is different. Ayahuasca is in the jungle of Peru.
Okay.
So ayahuasca grows in Iquitos and the jungle of Peru, and the Amazon River, and they're two different. So the San Pedro, we call it the grandfather, and ayahuasca we call it the grandmother.
Grandmother, right? Okay.
So those are the two drinks. You know what I mean? So if you're going to do San Pedro, go to the Andes.
Is it?
If you're gonna do ayahuasca, go in the jungle.
I'm not gonna do ayahuasca.
No,
San Pedro's, is it also psychedelic high?
it's kind of like that.
It's kind of like that.
Mhm.
Okay, but not
Yeah.
as strong, or is different.
Is in a way, it's just pretty much, you know what I mean. Everybody search for ayahuasca now because, like we were
It's
speaking
mainstream,
before,
yeah.
it's just like all social media and everybody wants to do ayahuasca and this and that. Which there is the duality of it. There's the good and there's the bad. You know what I mean? Like you was telling me about the show, The Last Shaman,
Yeah.
and that show you saw a lot of stuff,
Lot of
good
stuff.
and bad.
Good and bad.
You know what I mean? And that's what life is about. It's good and bad. You know what I mean? It depends. So you go down there and somebody who needs some money, you can up drinking something that will kill you.
Yeah.
Or you somebody who is, you know, humble enough to just help you and guide you. It can be a very good experience. So let's talk about shamanism. So shamanism, for example, in the Andes, you know what I mean. There is they call the Pacos in the Andes. You know what I mean. You go into Iquitos and they call shamans. They call healers, maestros. You go to southern Peru. Southern Peru is kind of like talking about here, going to New Orleans and the hoodoo voodoo, more like black people. Same
Okay.
thing as southern Peru is the same thing. So when you go to Peru, you're gonna land in Lima, and if you the next state or the next department in Peru, they call it departamento. Departamento de Ica is where all black people are, and in there there's amazing healers in there, and there's amazing brujos too.
Mm.
Brujos, you know.
Brujos,
Yeah.
male witches,
Oh,
wizards, you could call
yeah,
them.
both
Both.
male or female,
Yeah,
that they
yeah.
do amazing job. You know what I mean? It's like whatever you're looking for, you're gonna find it.
Really?
So if you're gonna looking for something, what people say now, new era, they call it black magic, white magic, red magic. You can find all of that there. If you go in the jungle, you find all of that too. You know what I mean? Anywhere you find, but they're all over.
They're
You
all
know what I
over.
mean? You was talking about you're going to Guatemala, you're going to Mexico. The same thing. You know,
Yeah.
Mexico, you have Santeria, you have La Santa Muerte. You know what I mean? You go to New Orleans and you have hoodoo voodoo. You know what I mean? The original is hoodoo. Now it's called voodoo because they use saints in it
They use
with it.
sense. Yeah.
So it's kind of like a mixed religion with witchcraft.
Okay. Got it.
You know what I mean?
Got
But what I practice here, like I said before, is cross-culture shamanism from Peru. So I speak a little bit of Quechua, and Quechua was the Incas language, and like shamans in Peru and the Andes of Peru are amazing. The Pacos, that they call it the Pacos, there is a lot of different names. They call it the descendant of the Incas, which I have no disrespect for them, but there is a lot of people, they come out to the surface in 1993, around the 90s, which
No.
I've been doing this since I was younger, and I'm
Yeah, I believe
52
you.
years old. So, and
You-
there's people in Peru, all over Peru, they do this.
Your grandpa
I
taught
have
you
my
this.
ancestors, yeah.
Your ancestors have taught you this, so it's passed down from generation to generation.
Mhm.
That's awesome.
Yeah, and I have family members in Peru, they practice this. Aunts, uncles, cousins, they practice this, and they're all in the southern of Lima, what I told you, in the Ica area.
I'm probably gonna go there.
Yeah,
You sold me.
Mhm.
Do you do or have? What's the purpose of the egg? I've seen that many
It's
times.
right there.
Where?
You see in the cup, you can go get it. You see that cup? Look in that table over there in the altar.
An altar, and it's cool. Yeah, I kind of see it.
Yeah, I do the egg. Yeah,
You
you
do
see
that.
all those eggs right there? Those are
Oh
like
yeah, the carton's
so
right there.
I have some clients in there. They bring me eggs. So they have chickens in their backyard. So those eggs are good because are the best eggs to clear. Yeah, I do that. I just do that last night. I leave it in there so I can analyze it a little bit more today. But yeah, and the egg is amazing, man.
What
The
is
egg-
it though? Tell us about it.
the-
I still don't understand
Well, the egg, you know what I mean? You grab the egg and you wrap the egg starting from the head all the way to the feet. And like, and what I learned, the way I learned is to be able to use the most skin you can. So like face, neck. We have this part right here behind our neck that we call it the hucha.
it. Is that like?
Hucha in Quechua is heavy energy.
Is that the fifth chakra?
And you see, and like chakras, you know, you talk about chakras, like chakras come from India, from,
Okay.
you know what I mean? In Inca shamanism, we don't believe in chakras. In Inca
Okay.
shamanism, we call it the ñawis or the chumpis. So ñawis is an eyes and chumpi is a belt. So, and we only have 4. We don't have 7. So we have one in the head that we call it the Jankai. That means accumulated knowledge, accumulated intelligence. You know, if you look at it, the ancient civilizations, if you talk to, for example, Native American here in United States, like you need to go talk to the elder because it has more knowledge. You know, a lot of knowledge. So the older you are, more knowledge. The same thing with a tree. The older the tree it is, the bigger the tree trunk. So
yeah, that's
that comes from that. So that's the Jachai. So after that, we have in our heart, we have the Munai. And Munai represent love, respect, and power. And where the solar plex go, right here, we have what we call it the Aini. And the Aini means today for you, tomorrow for me. I do for you as you do for me.
karma. In a
And
sense.
And the other one that is down here, we call it the Jankai. Once again, Kai, like I told you before, Kai represents everything you see. And Jang means you and the earth are one. Work with the earth. Work the earth. Harvesting. You know what I mean? Like I was telling you before when we was talking prior to being in camera and the headphones. I was saying in Inca shamanism, I learned since young age, if you learn harvesting, you learn life. Because after all, that's magic. You know what I mean? You dig a hole, you put a seed in the ground, and like you water it in a very uncomfortable place, and the world of matter is going to grow and come to the surface. The same thing happened when your mom and your dad got together. Your dad leave the seed inside your mom. You grow up inside your mom in a very uncomfortable place, and you came to the surface.
The light.
The light.
As you
So
said
everything
earlier,
that comes from shadow into the light. So everything is created in shadow. So when other people say, I don't believe in darkness, we was created in darkness.
Isn't it polarity?
Yeah,
Light and dark?
Yeah, if you know what I mean? If there is
Yeah,
no
yeah.
dark, there is no light. Or
That
there
makes
is no
sense.
light, there is no darkness.
That makes sense.
It's the same thing, male and female. You know what I mean? So we all have the right side, the male side, the physical, the female, the receiving is spiritual. When they both combine, they create life. That's magic.
Nice.
So a lot of people think about shamanism or is magic is bad and is this and is that.
I think I told you earlier.
Mhm.
It depends on the individual.
It
Like you
is.
could use it to help people, you
It
really
is.
can, or you could use it to really harm people, make money for yourself. I just do love spells against
Mhm.
people's wills.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so it depends. It's kind of like a gun. You can use it to protect your home and your
Uh-huh.
loved ones, or you can use it to just go rob people.
Yep, the same thing.
Yeah,
Yep. A
that's
knife,
how I see it.
a knife you can cut your meals with, or you can stab somebody.
Yeah, yeah. Or you could make surgery and heal people.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
Yep. And you see in here, I do
There you go.
do my magic to be able to help people through magic. You know what I mean? They allow me. They come in here, have people that are very religious, and they're like, "Oh, I hope my bishop doesn't know what I'm here. I hope this and that." You know what I mean? I've been taking antidepressant. I've been taking, you name it, like you and I was talking about before this.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like I have people in here, they come over and like literally they pull up their purse and or females or male, like, look at this is my pills for today. And there's like, how many pills you
Wow.
take a day? Oh, I take like 20, something like this. And I say, you know, there's been some people that they have been the first time they met me because I'm just straightforward. I don't dance around the fire. I just tell you the way it is. If you like it, good. If you don't like it, hey, you come here to see me. I'm not going to waste your time. Don't waste mine. Let's just I'm going to tell you what I'm going to do, and
Let's do it.
I'll do it. But like, you know, I've been some people the first time they come and see me and I say, yeah, I'm going to get you out of all of that. And they get offended. And I'm like, just relax, be present, and you will see you will never need that again. Without taking ayahuasca, without taking San Pedro, without doing nothing. You don't need, you just need to be present. You just need to be in the Kunampacha, we call it in Quechua. All we have is this moment.
Yeah. Yeah, that's very universal, my friend. All we have is this very moment.
All we have is this
Yeah.
moment. You know
Put a
what I
smile on my
mean?
face.
If you're in fear, you're in the past.
Yeah.
Oh no, you're in the future. If you're in guilt, you're in the past.
Yeah.
So it's just like, you know, I learned was one phrase a while ago, many years ago when I moved here, and like I read this this sign actually was in the store. I was in California. I was in
Oh no.
I don't know what place is. What is this place? The
Joshua Tree.
no, they have it's a very expensive place. They
Beverly
have
Hills?
like no, it's close to the ocean. It's
Santa
literally-
Barbara.
Mm-mm.
Oh, up
It
north.
will come to me. But anyway, so I was in there like doing some shopping with my wife and kids, and like I see this sign, and I'm talking about like 15 years ago,
Uh-huh.
and I say, "Yesterday's history, tomorrow's a mystery. Today is a gift." And I say, "Yeah, that's it. That's
Nice.
life." You
Yeah,
know what
that
I
is.
mean?
Yeah.
Because all we have at this moment, and that. So when clients come to me, and I always say, like I have a person coming today at 8, for example, and like, what should I expect? And I say, oh, what should I prepare? And I say, you don't need to prepare. You just need to show up and just be present. Just be in the moment and just be relaxed. If you're relaxed and you're in the moment and you show up, I show up. But if you show up with fear, if you show up like wondering, it will take me a little bit to crack the egg. So just relax, and we
Nice.
can get to work immediately.
Awesome.
So, and that's what it is. So a lot of my my sessions, like my illumination is, in Quechua we call it the Iyarichi. Iya means light and power, and chi is just healing, like, chi. The word chi in Quechua is very powerful, just as in like Asia. You know what I mean? So chi. But anyway, so through that ceremony, I just go in there and to, like, you see the sign over there that said to heal the body, open your heart, honor your spirit, transform your mind, trust your light. So go inside out.
Yeah, definitely. That's what I learned at the Joe Dispenza retreat.
You did?
I did. Remember I told you I stopped drinking completely?
Uh-huh.
I opened up my heart,
Mm-hmm.
and my grandfather, it was his funeral. And like 2 years ago, 3 years ago, and I didn't cry. But I loved him. We were very close. But I was like, I have to be a macho man, And then I saw him literally as I was meditating. And he was like
Nice.
holding me like this. I don't know if it was metaphysical or what it was, but he was there, my friend. Like,
Yeah, the moment that you close your eyes, so we call it, in Quechua, we call this word that we call the Hatun Kawana. Hatun means grand, Kawana means everything, the grand everything. When you close your eyes, you are the grand everything. You go beyond the little body that we are trapped in it. Because at the moment we're living inside out and outside in is coming everywhere. So we become everywhere. We're everything. So at the moment, you know what I mean, your grandparent that you say that it's no longer in the physical body, he's out there.
yeah, he was
So
definitely
you can
there.
see out there.
Or
You
I
know
was
what
there
mean?
too, technically.
Yeah,
But
because you was everywhere.
But when I opened up my eyes, I knew how I opened up my heart because I was just crying so much. Now I don't remember the last time I cried. A lot, and just opened up my heart, and everything's good after that.
And now, do you learn to cry when you need to, or you hold it, or you still try to be a macho man?
I don't have anything to cry about. Thank
know.
God. Thank God.
Yeah, but when the opportunity presents, just don't hold it.
I won't. Sometimes at the movie theaters I cry.
Oh, I do that
Yeah,
all the
yeah,
time. I do that all the time.
At the movie theaters, sometimes I cry. I don't really hold it. But
Yeah.
I've been taught, being from like Soviet Union, you're a man, you're not supposed to cry. But that's
Yeah.
not really true.
That's a whole bunch of BS.
Yeah,
man.
that is bullshit.
Yeah,
That's bullshit,
it's a whole
dude.
bunch of BS.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, it's just like, like I said before, we had the male and we had the female.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? You need to show your female side, because if you don't, you become out balance.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And that's one thing, for example, talking about macho men, you know what I mean? I have had clients in here in the past that they have been deployed multiple times, to Afghanistan. You're talking about 15 years ago, you know what I mean? When they weren't going to war, I have this group of guys that there was all Marines, you know what I mean? I met all the 18 from one battalion, and like at the end, they keep going back and come back, go back, come back, keep getting realistic. At the end, there's only 3 left, because they saw all of them, and like, you know what I mean? Like, what they will do is, like, as soon as they're on the way back, they will reach out and say, hey, can we come in? And they come in before go see their family. Their family don't even know they was coming. So they come here, and I clear them up, and like they go home. They never had to take any medication. All they do is just cry. All they did is just like, I allow them to be themselves and to show their emotions, because when you join any armed forces, the first thing they tell you is to be tough.
Yeah.
You cannot be a wuss. You can, you know what I mean? So you have to be tough, like you said, macho man.
Yeah.
But all of those, they're shoving all of that in and they're living outside in. And my job is, when they come here, I teach them to live inside out, to push all of that out. You know what I mean? Allow the 3 layers inside your energy field to be clear, physical, mental, and emotional. All those emotions, they're trapped in there. They're in their mind, and they develop that. Some people develop pain. That's the whole trick about it. Because you and I are talking right now, I'm penetrating your energy field, your aura, the people call it, your energy field. Right away, I'm getting into your emotions. Later on, you might leave here and you say, what was he saying about it? It gets into your mind.
Luckily, I recorded it.
I know. And later on, you know what I mean, if you don't do something about it, you carry in your physical, so your neck start hurting, your shoulders, your lower back, your hip, your knee, and you're carrying all of that BS in it. And that is something, as human, we interact with so many people around, and that's what people carry. You know what I mean? When they come here, and I just start clearing them out by using different tools. You see in there, I set up an altar right there.
Palo Santo and sage a good tool to use.
Yeah.
Or I have some Palo Santo in my car. I'm giving it to my manager.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's from Peru actually. I ordered it specifically
Palo
from Peru.
Santo. Palo Santo is a tree that only grows in Peru and in Ecuador. Nowhere else in the world.
And it's positive energy, right? And sage is like, it clears the energy.
Yeah, sage is here. Sage is from here, Native American sweetgrass and shades. You know what I mean? As a matter of fact, if you're going to be around, there's this prophecy of on June 11, let me tell you about before. On June 11, I'm doing a combined ceremony with my brother Larry, and I'd like to introduce you to him because he's an amazing man. You might have the chance to to interview him. He's one of the elders of the Utes tribes, Native Americans, and the Indian reservation.
Wow.
So he and I have become very close. We consider each other brothers, and I know a lot of the natives up there. And once a year, we try to do this this ceremony. We call it the Condor and the Eagle. So the eagle represents Native Americans, and the condor represents the Incas. So there are two birds from two different continents. Now we know we have the California condor that they migrate from South America, and now the bald eagle is migrating to South America. So it's like, but there are two birds that the condor, like you see right there, the condor represents one of our totems, and the bald eagle is one of the Native Americans' totems. And those two birds don't like each other, but when they fly together, is to restore peace within Earth. So Larry and I, for the last 5-6 years, we've been gathering, getting together on June, and doing a condor and eagle ceremony. So I do my Inca's weight, and he does the Native American weight, and he does a sweat lodge.
Sweat lodge.
Yeah,
that's
so
awesome.
you're welcome to come.
I've done it Tamastral.
Yeah.
I'll look into it. I might be in Sedona. If not, I will be there for sure.
Yeah, it's June 11.
Okay, 100%.
So you can come with me. I'll be driving. It's 3 hours from here up east. So, and Roosevelt.
Let me take a look at it.
Yeah.
Man,
because
Sweat Lodge.
You will enjoy. And Larry is one of the elders in there. So he's like, I don't want to error, but he's around 70-something years old.
Okay.
And so he's one of the ones that represents the elders in there, so of the youth tribe. So he and I do things together once a year, and we always gather to do things for the earth, you know what I mean? Do ceremonies for water, do ceremonies, you know what I mean? Because, you know, we're on a draw. So up there, especially, there was not having any snow. So anyway, so we gather every once in a while, do some ceremonies together, but once a year we do this. But anyway, so I would like to answer some of your questions now.
Yeah, brother. The egg. So what is the purpose of the egg? I want to know how it works.
So the egg is something they come from, they do it in different cultures. So they do it in, I know they do it in Mexico. They do it I have a client here from Colombia last week that he's working here from Texas, and his parents used to do the egg on him when he was younger. So I do the egg on him, and he's like, oh, my mom used to do that. She hasn't done it for a long time. So anyway, so the egg, what it does is, if you look at an egg, for example, the egg still has the stem cells inside.
Yes.
Right? The shell is calcium, right? So it's just, so the shell has pores, just like we do. So when the egg, you grab the egg, it's a ceremonial thing. It's like the way my grandpa used to say to me, it's like an ancient X-ray.
Okay.
But at the same time, also heals, though. Also reads things. So what the egg does, I rub the egg in my right hand. Sometimes I have 2 eggs, depends on what kind of work I'm doing. So if I'm doing just one, I rub in my right hand and start like in the head and start going all the way, touch every part of your body, all the way to your feet. At the end, I have you blow it 3 times, and then physical, mental, emotional, blow it 3 times. I break it into a glass of water, just like you see one over there. And in there, it will show you your male or your female right away. And you will see what is in front of you, you see what is behind you, you see what is above you, you see what is below you. The egg, it shows you when somebody is pregnant, it shows you if you have cancer, it shows you if you have tumors, it shows you if you have migraines, it shows you if somebody has give you the evil eye that they call it. I see you wear your red.
Actually, a bruja gave it to me.
Yeah, that's to protect you.
Yeah.
That's to protect you.
She
That's
blessed
what we do. What do you think? Everything is red here.
Yeah. That makes sense. Yeah.
Red is the highest vibration in Inca flag. So you see, this is the chakras that you talk about.
Mm-hmm.
So if you look over there, you have the Inca's flag. It's upside down. It's the same colors of the chakras, but it's upside down. But we don't honor the chakras. We honor the red is the highest vibration that we have. So when you vibrate red, it protects you against anything. So what you have that in there is in Peru, as soon as a baby is born, it's the same thing as in Central America. As soon as a baby is born, the first thing they do is they put a red ribbon just like that.
That's
to
interesting.
protect you against evil eye, to protect you against brujeria.
Right, yeah, got it. But here's the thing: you don't even have to know magic. You could really hate someone, right? Without it, without knowing it, the intention.
Yep, the intention is just like, I grew up. My grandpa used to say this to me: "It's not what goes into your mouth that make you sick; it's what comes out of your mouth that make you sick."
That makes sense. What'd you say about yourself?
Oh, about everything.
Oh, about everything.
Because in Inca Shamanism we believe thought, sound, and ritual. You think it, you say, and you do a ritual. A lot of people think about it. They say things, but they don't do the ritual. They cannot heal.
Oh, that makes sense.
That sound and ritual. So that's life. That goes when harvesting, and you just got that sound and ritual. So the powers of the words are very powerful. Is what I should say. So a lot of times, people are talking crap about you, and somehow affect you.
I try to meditate, and now it goes over my head.
Yeah,
doesn't bother me.
Well, that's doing it.
That helps.
That is doing it. Don't take it out.
No, I'm not going to take it out, my friend. I've been having this for about 4 months.
Yeah,
and I swim every day. No, I'm not taking it out.
Don't take it out.
Yeah.
And if you take it out, put another one back on.
I will.
It's good, especially when you're traveling and going to different countries and interviewing. There is going to be, everything is duality. There is going to be people that are going to welcome you on open hearts and open hands.
Right.
And there is going to be people that are going to say,
yeah. And I say thank you and walk away.
Yeah.
Just respect. Yep. That's what I've been taught.
And that's the way it is. But unfortunately, that's life. So, that's what the egg does. The egg, you go in there and I can read the egg, and the egg blow people's minds. People are here and I have, for example, the egg right there. There's a girl that was here just last night, and I do the egg, and I said, "You're pregnant," and she said, "No, I'm not pregnant," and I said, "You're pregnant." She's like, "Are you serious?" I said, "You're pregnant." And you can look at the egg, and it shows in there the fetus. It shows the thing so. This morning she said, "I want to do a pregnancy test," and you're right, I'm pregnant.
Yeah.
So
that's awesome.
So
that's awesome.
But yeah, the egg will tell you if a woman is in their period, it will show in there. It's all the things, if somebody has done a job on you, like somebody has done witchcraft or black magic, people say it will show up in there.
That's how I learned about it first. It was a taxi driver in Mexico. He's like, "I don't believe in any of this stuff." But my mom took me somewhere after a car accident, and it was his ex-girlfriend that did it to him. She went to a bruja, and she put a curse on him. And he's like, they showed the picture of her on the egg. I was like, really?
Yeah, I can show you some pictures of eggs, man. So you'll be like,
I believe it.
It's amazing the things that they come out of people. And I don't do the eggs in every person that walks through those doors. But I had clients that had done it the first time, and they're like, "Can I come back and you do the egg on me again?" I said, "Yeah, no problem." But it's just because it blew their mind. It's there is a lady that came over a while ago, and she had cancer all over him. It's he has liver cancer, kidney cancer, and and she's so thin, but her stomach was bloated, big.
Bloated, yeah.
And so I'm doing it there, and right away, come out. So you have cancer, and it's black. The egg come out black and everything. And she's like, "How do you know?" And I say, "It's right here. Look." So I explained to her everything, and I said, and in the egg, like I told you before, it shows you male and you female. So, and I say, "But your mom died from cancer too." And she's like, "How do you know?" And I said, "Because all of this is in the left side. That's the female side." And she's like, "Wow." But yeah, the egg does amazing things. And a lot of times though, also when you do the egg, as you're rubbing the egg, and I like to emphasize a lot, like I told you before, in the neck, because this is the part that we carry all the BS. The people give you, the looks that they give you, you carry right here. So this, you become like a bookshelf. You start carrying everything in there, and like very soon you're heavy. And hucha is heavy energy. Hucha is a word in Quechua that means heavy energy. So when you remove the hucha, you're good. There's this process in Quechua that we call it Huchamikui. Huchamikui means it's the process of clearing the heavy energy. So you can do that with Palo Santo, like you was talking about. You can do that with rocks. You can do that with the eggs. The eggs, a lot of times there is a lot of bubbles, and you'll see a lot of little bubbles in there. And it's like each bubble is one person you've been carrying. And as soon as I break the egg, you're good.
You're good. It's just relieved or okay, got it. Why do you think modern science hasn't caught up to this? Because I've seen a lot of things, and it's not coincidence anymore.
Well, you need to understand this. So in the Incas way, if you look at it, when you go to Peru, you being in Mexico and you see all the pyramids and you see all the beautiful places that the Mayans create and the Aztec create. There was also Incas. They pretty much had the same totems of the Incas in South America. You look at everything they create, amazing things. Science, and the same thing in Peru, science is trying to investigate how things happen. That's science.
Yeah.
They want to know how. And for us, we don't care how, we just want it.
Yeah, that's what I've been told many times. Don't worry about the how.
Yeah.
Just let it do its thing. But
Yeah.
my brain, I just want to understand how it works. Does it suck the energy? Is it your aura? But you know what? Just let it happen.
All I'm going to tell
naturally.
you is this. So you hear me saying this before. I already said 2 times since you've been here. I say when you were setting up your computer and everything, I say, if you learn harvesting, you learn life.
Yes.
Right? So that's the thing. So for us, it's like, it's no how it's going to happen. It will happen because everything is starting in the shadow and the darkness.
Yeah. Let it happen naturally.
Mm-hmm.
I get it.
For them, they're trying to investigate. They're trying to, you know what I mean? Like if you look at this, so you look at this device or your computer.
Mm-hmm.
So this has a hard drive.
Your phone. He's holding his phone, ladies and gentlemen. Yeah.
Everything
iPhone
is
too.
so you know what I mean. So you just like whatever you put in this phone, the phone is gonna take it.
Mm-hmm.
Whatever you put in your mind, your subconscious is gonna take it. Your subconscious, as the phone, doesn't know what is right or wrong, and that's what science has imitated from the brain. They don't know what's right or wrong. And something that is wrong for you, maybe it's not wrong for me, though, because we're all unique in our own ways.
We are. That is
right?
correct. Yeah,
So there is people, they say, for example, I have a client talking about, oh, so-and-so is doing a lot of pornography and this and that. But for the guy who does pornography, that's not bad. But for the one is criticizing, it's bad. There is people who follow religion and they talk bad things about what I do.
Mm-hmm.
And there is people that come to me because science cannot fix them, or they go get a MRI or X-rays or different, they cannot find anything. They come here and the egg show them right away what's wrong with them. And I already know what's going on with them. The egg is for them to believe and to relax.
You already pick up on them?
Mm-hmm.
Intuition?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, man. Yeah.
There is this word that we call it tracking. You know what I mean? So normally, what I usually do is, like I have a client come over at 8 p.m. today for an illumination. So when I'm going to do the illumination, it's my highest process that I do. It's a 2-hour ceremony. So normally I do tracking. So I ask them for the full name and date of birth. When that information, I go and do the tracking. So a night before, I go in and I call their spirit when they're sleeping. So I normally say, in between hill mountains and valleys, so-and-so, your spirit I'm calling, tell me what's going on with you.
And it tells you.
Mm-hmm. And it tells me. So when they come over, I already say, hey, this is what I saw, this. And they're like, how do you know?
And that happened many, many times. I believe that.
You know what I mean? It's literally 10 over 10. How do you know that? And it's just like, because the tracking work. You know what I mean? It's just like, so doing all of those things just allow the person to relax. But going back to your science and magic, you know what I mean? Because that's magic.
That's definitely magic. That's definitely magic.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And like, so what science is saying, you know, there's, we do an X-ray, we do MRI, and you know what I mean? We don't know, we don't see anything, we don't find anything in there.
But they
But
know.
it hurts. But it hurts. It bothers me. I cannot sleep all night and this and that. And I'm like having anxiety and this and that. You come here and say, well, yeah, they're not going to see this. Somebody just do a job on you. That's why. Kind of like you mentioned the taxi driver in Mexico.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like right away, yeah, somebody do a job. Somebody has a voodoo doll on you. Oh, no, somebody maybe, you know what I mean, has your picture cross with two knives in there or scissors or whatever it is.
Or
You
the
know what I mean?
eye.
Yep, the evil eye, just your red thing. So it's just like all of those things. And it's just like that stuff is science is not going to pick it up.
Yeah, definitely not going to pick it up.
You know what
Yeah,
I mean?
yeah,
And
I
it's
do.
just like I had clients in here, they come over and they have been going to doctors or they come over, they go back to the doctor and they're fine. So what happened to you? I had, for example, one client they have, this lady had endometriosis, like it has a lot of pain and they're like constantly. And I said, yeah, I see like 3 little bubbles in there. And she said, oh, and I said, they're right here. And she said, how do you know? And I said, I can see it. And it's kind of hard to explain, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, so what are you going to do about it? And I said, I'm just going to pop it. And they're like, what do you mean you're going to pop it? And I said, I'm not going to touch you, so don't worry about it. You stand up and I'm going to do this, this, this. And so don't be alarmed and you go home and you start peeing red. I had one person in particular, she come over and like on a Friday and I do that process and like Tuesday she was supposed to have surgery on the following Friday, but the doctor was gonna do another checkup on a Tuesday. So I do the popping.
Uh-huh.
She was peeing all weekend and she went in and the doctor don't find anything. And the doctor's like, what's going on? We already done 2 tests and you have this. We already have the schedule the surgery for Friday. And she said, well, I went to see a shaman and he just pop it. And he's like, what do you mean he pop it?
Yeah.
But you know what I mean? I was like kind of from far away just doing this and she was
But
feeling what
time
I
and
was doing.
space, energy,
Mhm.
it could go anywhere, right?
Yep. Yep. That's what we call it, the Hatunkawana. I become her, she become me. So anyway, so everything got resolved and that's just magic against
Yeah.
science.
Yeah. Yeah.
And I see
That's
that here
a lot.
every week.
Okay. On the last note, my last question. People come in here, I'm sure you've been doing this for a long time, over 15 years, you said. A lot of people have problems. Some of them are psychological, physical. I mean, they're probably both connected. What do you think people can do just to better their lives? What's like the one advice you could give people?
My advice, once again, everybody is like trying to focus in God, trying to focus in science, trying to focus in that. My advice is to be balanced. Take your shoes off and just walk on the earth.
That'll lower
barefoot.
your heartbeat.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Allow yourself to become part of the earth. Allow yourself, like I said before, 70% of you is water, 70% is water, 30% is earth. So just become that. Just allow Pachamama, allow Mother Earth to heal you. Lay down on the ground. Allow those things and it's just balance yourself. Honor the sun, honor the earth, honor your male, honor your female. Be balanced. And be careful when you work.
Yeah. That's actually proven when you take off your shoes and socks and walk on grass or outside, your heartbeat automatically gets lower and lower. That means less stress.
You're going to notice this thing when you go, since you said you're going to Peru. So if you had the opportunity if you go to the jungle of Peru, you're going to see people walking barefoot. If you go to the Andes of Peru, which, you know what I mean, the elevation there is doubled in here, you'll see the indigenous and they're walking with junkies. Junkies is shoes that's made of tires. Okay, so they cut the tire and they just strap it, and that's what they wear all year long, even if it's snowing. But the trick is this. Their shoes, for example, if I wear size 12, if I was in there, I'd be wearing size 10. So what happened is my toes need to touch the earth.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
So there is no separation between you and the earth. And it doesn't matter how deep the snow is. They're not wearing socks or shoes or boots like we wear here, you know what I mean, when this is snowing.
Yeah.
Snow boots. No, they still wear no socks, just like their toes touching the snow. There's no separation. If you look at little birds, okay, a bird it's snowing, they still live in the tree. They don't have heater. In the summertime, they don't have air conditioning. They adapt just by walking on the earth or landing in a tree.
Do you think all those things that we do, wear shoes, get warm clothing, go buy food from 7-Eleven, kind of takes us off out of balance.
It separates us from the
Separates
earth.
us from Earth.
It
Yeah, that
separates
makes
us
sense.
from the earth. So when we separate us from the earth, that's when we come eat you. You know what
So
I mean? We focus so much in God. We focus once again where we going. We don't focus where we are. Everybody
moment.
is like, everybody's thinking about, oh, I'm going to church because, I want to go to the seven kingdom, or I'm going to pray, and there's nothing wrong with that. But don't forget you're here.
your present moment.
Mm-hmm.
Got it. So your two advices, be
Live in the-
careful of the words that come out of your mouth, and
Mhm.
just stay balanced.
Mm-hmm.
Got it, brother. Thank you
And,
so much.
and live in the moment.
And tell us about your place, how people could come see you.
Are
Are you
they
on
can-
like Instagram?
I'm in Instagram, Jesus Peruvian Shaman, and Facebook. I have a website, JesusPeruvianShaman.com.
I'll put your information on there.
Yep.
For sure.
Yeah, they can reach out to me. Normally, when they go into my website, will be a form that they fill up, and I get an email,
Yeah.
and I will contact, kind of like how you did.
Yeah,
And
actually, he's super cool guy. We talked yesterday around this time. He's like, yeah, just come tomorrow at 6. I was like, okay, yeah, I'll be there. Yeah, absolutely. Thank you so much again,
No,
sir.
no
I
problem.
appreciate
Thank
it.
you.